Okay, Assalamualaikum ma'am. Today I'm gonna talk about Al-Ghazali Dialogue. Before that, I am 2190 number Jawapan Muhammad Syahrul Zaban from 2 SK2, and today I'm gonna talk about He's Like White Elephants, the short story. So the task that I've been doing with task 3 and it's 10% mark, and I'm gonna talk of this socially. I'm gonna talk about the analysis of themes, the issues and characterization in the short story. And first I'm gonna talk about the author. So the author is Hemingway, wrote He's Like White Elephants in 1926 while living in Paris. Europe between the First and Second World Wars provided the historical and cultural context for the story. Hemingway was 22, newly married, and ready to begin a career as a serious writer when he arrived in Paris in 1921. Although he continued to write novels and stories throughout his career, the early short stories are often considered to be among his finest works. He's Like White Elephants, a widely anthologized and much discussed story, offers a glimpse at the sparse prose and understated dialogue that represent Hemingway's mastery of style. Okay, after that, the content in this task is themes, character and symbols, issues, and I'm gonna talk about the final one, that is SWOT analysis. So the themes, I'm gonna start from the gender. The American man and Jake, which the girl experience their relationship very differently and communicate about it differently. They have somewhat different styles, but more importantly, they have considerably different goals in the conversation. These differences are predominantly due to the gender. And their communication is very modernist, as are the way reference shared smoothly between the American and the girl. Imagery carries a great deal of the emotional weight in this story, and it appears to be unconscious on the character's part. The girl is unlikely to be unconsciously throwing attention to the way her belly will soon swell by mentioning the hips and linking them to elephants. And the last one of these themes is love. The American and the girl are a couple. They've been traveling together for some time and have spent nights together in a number of different hotels. Based on the girl's pregnancy, they are involved sexually. The pregnancy now requires that they consider the true nature of their relationship. So after that, this is the character and analysis. So the first one is the American. He seems young and confident. He speaks Spanish. He knows something that about Spanish beer and other drinks like anise and absinthe, suggesting he has at least a moderate amount of worldly experience. He thinks of himself as rational. His primary goal is to persuade the girl to abort her pregnancy, with the secondary goal of getting the relationship to return to normal within to mean traveling for pleasure. He tries to convince the girl by talking around the issue, minimizing it, and explaining things in a way he thinks make them seem logical. He does tell the girl he loves her, but only after she asks if he loves her once she has the abortion. And second one, the girl, or Jake, as the man calls her, is pregnant. She's trying to decide what to do about this situation. She's upset and finds reason to fight with the man in small ways. She is the more emotional of the two, at least at this moment. Throughout the story and especially start, she seems willing to let the man take the lead and care of her. She asks him what they should drink where they had painted on the bamboo currencies and song. Despite being upset, she clearly understands her lover very well. She can follow his oblique references and shift topics without difficulty. And the waitress bring them drinks and answer basic questions like the train expected arrival time. Her main dramatic function is to force pauses of minor repetition in the competition between a man and a girl. So you can see the character analysis. There are three: the girl pregnant and seeking answers regarding her pregnancy and relationship, and the American young man trying to convince the girl to terminate her pregnancy, and the waitress, which is an uninvolved worker. The symbols. The first one is white elephants. White elephants are very rare in nature and are considered constant that something important is about to happen. So the second one is light and darkness. This dark division between light and dark parallels the division between the two character side of the discussion, and the harsh choice the American is pressuring the girl to make. And the last one is railroad tracks. The entire takes place at a train station, a physical and metaphorical crossroad of railroad tracks in the couple's journey. So I'm going to talk about the issues here. Is conflict in the internal. The first and most visible one is she is grappling with the abortion problem. Jig is a person who must battle the president and American beliefs about its own internal reservation. Next, conflict external. Jig is still generating dispute as to whether or the American really likes her. It continues a controversy that leads her to experience more anguish as to whether or not she was naive to trust in her feelings for her. So the last one, we're going to talk about the SWOT analysis. This is the strength. Jig will be an independent woman, and the American man can abandon her and count on him no more to think. Jig will even take care of her child and protect her. The opportunity, Jig is ready to start a new life and live with her unborn child happily. The weakness, Jig lost the American man's financial assistance, which is mean the support from the American man. And the last one is threat. Sheep potentially get discriminated by community because of premarital pregnancy. So that's all from me for the short story that's called His Life Elephant. So thank you, man.